Reason, I Love You Again album review. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like Reason did not love me by putting this album out.
Yeah,
Uh
it didn't feel like an album though. Felt like
no, it
something.
wasn't. It was a mixtape. He said it was a
Yeah,
mixtape before the actual album itself. He says it in the actual project itself. He's been
yeah.
promoting it as such. But yeah, Reason is a former artist from TDE. He was recently dropped this year. He had like 1 to 2 releases through TDE with the Portraits album. And this album, well, this mixtape right here, he keeps deeming it as a mixtape. 10 tracks, I believe 2 skits in there. Features from Ben Riley, Coyote, Ransom, Hit Boy, and Donna Stewart. Um, who should take the floor first on this one? Be me or you?
Uh, I'll let you take the reins, P. You go, man.
All right. Reason is someone who I'm not new to in terms of like knowing who he is, but I am newer to his music in terms of like me actually listening to it. I have not listened to a prior Reason like project before. I've listened to a song here and there, but none of them ever really grabbed me. So this is my first project actually getting into Reason with. And so Fly Away, we start the project off. I'm like, cool, he's
Hmm.
doing the melodic thing. He's setting the tone. Cool. We got my own stuck in moments. I was like, all right, these are cool songs. He has some skits here and there, I believe, where he's actually, talking to the fans, as he says, because I'm gonna be real, and I know he knows this too. A lot of these blog sites, especially these ones on Twitter, they're not gonna really post Reason like that because they're not gonna get any clout off of this or, get paid off of the interactions for talking
Hmm.
about Reason. So he's using this as a time to actually update his fans, which I do like that. He was like, I know it's a bit out kilter. He sometimes goes on these little tangents and talks about like, yo, let me update my fans. This is where I'm at. If you're still
Hmm.
here supporting me, yada yada, whoop, 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 I'm going through this transition. He lets us know where he's at in terms of like, in the music industry itself. But it's very surface level, and that's the problem with
Hmm.
this whole project right here is that it's very surface level. The one song I really like is Fleece. Um, I liked Hold That. I like Cross the Waters. But I think my biggest gripe with this project is Reason himself. Now, going into this production wise, it was very reminiscent to me of the blog era, and I enjoyed the production. But then the more I kept listening to this project, I kept thinking to myself, Reason sounds familiar. And it dawned on me from how he was using his flows and even the beginning. This sounds like Big Sean. All this is a Big Sean imitation. Literally everything from this, if you put Big Sean's voice over it, you could envision Big Sean saying this. The problem with this is though now is that since I hear Big Sean, Reason's lacking the character. He's lacking the voice to actually, show his personality in these songs. And he's a bit boring. Like this project to me, especially when I look at this and it's missing everything that makes Big Sean like who Big Sean is. This project is very boring. And I hate to compare this to Big Sean, but every time I would listen to this, I'm like, this is stuff that I would hear Big Sean on. This is the production I'd hear Big Sean on. This is stuff I've heard Big Sean on similarly from Detroit. Stuff during the blog era, stuff on Dark Sky Paradise. This is very reminiscent to like a style that Big Sean uses. Even the flows that Reason incorporates, it just comes off very Big Sean-esque. And to me, that was my biggest problem because okay, everybody takes from something. Nothing is new under the sun, right? All right, we get that out the way. But Reason doesn't bring me in as an artist. He's not interesting. Everything is very surface level. I thought this project was going to be you showing me where you are at in life, giving me the life updates, but also showing me a good display of like who you are, especially since this is your debut independently, off of you coming off of a label itself. And so none of this stuff really drew me into Reason himself. You could tell he's a big Kanye fan because he does sample one of Kanye's songs from Late Registration. You could tell that he enjoys some rappers. He keeps saying he's the best from out of Delamo, which I'm like, okay, you're lying because Ab Soul exists. Uh, Overall, for me, Reason is very surface level. To me, this is like in that tier of a Corday, where it's like it's standard raps. Like you're not impressing me with anything on here. And I'm not saying you have to do something completely new, but you're not doing anything interesting to me. My favorite song is Fleece, but that's because of the production. Besides that, I know this sounds very negative, but this is a very boring project. Like, I'm glad that it's as short as it is. It's less than 30 minutes. It's a breeze to get through. And even Hit Boy, his verse sounds like he recorded his verse on the phone and he sent it to Reason. Like, it don't even sound mixed properly. And Hit Boy is a producer, so that's crazy to me. Ransom obviously has the best verse on here, but I feel like he was holding back even too because Ransom, I think he's a cool rapper, and none of the stuff that he was saying on that verse was really wowing me. Your favorite rapper on here, Boss? He didn't really do anything on here for me either.
Us.
Uh, but yeah, like I said, my favorite song is Fleece. But that's because the production. Like, oh, she stopped sucking. That it pissed me off. Like it's like, but also, like I said, every time I hear stuff on here, I'm like, this sounds like Big Sean coded. Like that's
Hmm.
all I can think about is like Big Sean, Big Sean, Big Sean. And I'm like, and I killed Big Sean last year for his album. This
Hmm.
sounds like something that could have. This sounds like stuff that could have been on that album, and it would have upped the album a bit more production wise. But also, like I said, Big Sean's personality would have made this stuff stand out a bit more. Reason he didn't interest me rapping wise. He didn't interest me subject matter wise. He didn't interest me in nothing. So yeah, uh, this isn't a bad project. It's a boring project. But if you see boring as bad, then it is a bad project. So yeah, B, what are your thoughts?
Before give my thoughts, I want you to, if you want to get more of him, like understand like him as a person or get a little introspective, his last album, I think it was Porches, right? I was the one. You could get more of that, oh, his story he's trying to tell, or like the inside of like where he's from type thing right here. So when it comes to this project, I feel the same way you feel. I always wanted to like Reason. He has some songs I like the track he has with I think it's Boogie and Absol. I think that's Boogie and Absol. Or Joey, one of them on there. It's just a little single he put out a few years back, and it's a really dope video, and I really like the song on there, and I really like the energy he put on there. But on from this album right here, well, this mixtape, I know he tried to give you a sprinkle of like everything, like what he's good at, I guess. But I don't know, it just didn't hit. It didn't connect with me. I listened to it a few times, really quick listen, 27 minutes. Like you said, he's talking. I liked the song with Coda the Friend, Stuck on Moments. I like that track. It was cool. I like Coda the Friend. I was like, okay, I'm liking this. And then Fleece, I didn't like it. I didn't like Fleece. I'm like, I'm not connected with this. That's when he was like, what he said, about the chick he's trying to smash and she not with it. He said un something. What did he say? Uh,
He's not
what's the
trying to
word he
suck.
said?
That itch pissed me off.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, but
the
it was something
song.
else. Yeah, but it was something else he said. I was like, I don't know, that sounded a little cringy. But
Hmm.
now what you think with Boz, I like the production on that and I like Reason on there. I didn't really care for Boss on there. So I'm like, okay. I gave it a star. I liked it. And then Do More Ideas was his little him just talking, right? He was just talking about certain things he want to like work on and things like that. And 100 freestyle with Ben Riley, I like that. I like Ben Riley though. I like some of the stuff he does. I'm ready for him to put out something new and because he has a lot of energy. Like Ben Riley, he kind of saved that track for me. What's up?
How did you like the production on that song with the Kanye flip? I
I don't
thought it
know
was a
how
bit
much
lazy.
I didn't like it as much because it didn't show much creativity into it. It
I'm
just
about to
felt
say
like
originality. Yeah, I was
yeah,
about
they
to say
had that
that.
much reality, but I liked Ben Riley on that. Reason was cool, but Ben Riley to me kind of
Is he the
I
one that
liked him
sounds like
more.
Jid? He's the
Yeah,
one that
he'll
sounds
give
like
you like
Jid,
a
right?
he has more of a lighter voice. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
like
didn't
his
like him
energy
because of
more.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he just sounded like a broke down Jid.
yeah. Because it comes kind of like they kind of have that inflection of like kind of sounding like Kendrick in a way as well. Yeah, but I liked it, and then everything else like Hold That with Ransom and Coyote. Coyote just
They should be. They should have held that.
I didn't really like that one, man. And then I know he was trying to do the whole what's that stuff Kendrick did? I can't think of what he did on there. What did he say? Uh he was he redid a Kendrick thing. You
I don't
remember
know.
what he was saying on there?
The only thing that stuck out for me on that song was when Ransom tried to have that Optimus Prime bar. Like, I'm watching Transformers. So
Ooh,
something in her prime. I'm just like, okay, 38
yeah.
Special Junior. Like, oh, like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the homie. I'm trying to remember what he was saying in that
Hmm.
song.
Sadly, there's no
Dang.
lyrics on here, so I can't look back.
Yeah. I forgot. But yeah, Cross the Waters, didn't really care for that either. Cool track, but it wasn't nothing that hold me. And it was nothing here to be like, okay, I'm excited for the new album. And then, he dropped the last track is him talking again. He said we could skip it, so I skipped it. I skipped it the second time. I'm like, I know what you said the first time, so but it's like he wanted to, give the fans something like, oh, like yes, I'm finally free. He named it "I Love You Again." I'm thinking he's speaking of music, like "I love you again." Now, I have you. Um, and then I saw him thank TDE at like a show or something he did.
Mhm.
But this right here, I'm not gonna say I'm excited for the next album, but I will listen to it because I want to know what you're gonna bring. But this right here is not what got me excited. I think my urge of wanting to support and listen to him and actually like him because I feel like I still feel like he has something in him. B. I don't know why. I listen to his stuff. He haven't connected, but I still listen because I don't know. I don't know why. I haven't gave up on him.
To me,
I don't know what it is.
he's very. I think to me, I really want to root for him because him not being on the label, him being held back, not being
Yeah,
able to
wanna.
release, I'm rooting for him as a
Yeah,
person, right?
right.
As much as I know him online
And he
musically,
seemed like a really cool guy. When I
especially like in
heard him
interviews and stuff. I
in
really
interviews
like
and
him in
stuff. Yeah,
interviews.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And so, I don't know, man. It's like you said, I wanted to root for him. I went into this optimistic, but I came
hmm
out after multiple listens. I'm like, this just sounds like Big Sean toned down. But you don't have you don't have like the corny bars, the witty delivery, nor the voice, cadence, of personality like a Big Sean. And he even released a song before this album came out, or mixtape, The Soul Part
hmm
4, which is kind of like, how Kendrick has his the hearts or Drake has his timestamps. He has
Yeah,
this
he has a
series, I guess,
soul.
called The Soul, which is, I guess, this is his last one, Soulful End. He should have put this as like a last track on the project. Like, why didn't you put this on here? You literally put
Yeah.
this out the same week that this project came out. I don't know why you didn't put this on here, but hey, this would have been the best track easily on here, even though this isn't a wowing track for me, but it still would have been the best track on this project right here. I don't know, it was just baffling, but I want to root for Reason, and I might have to go to Porches, even though Porches does look a bit lengthy in terms of album length time. But yeah, this right here, it was very uninteresting and very boring for me. Um, yeah, like I said, I want to root for him to win, but it's like
Mhm.
you got to give me something to root for.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's about it for my
But
thoughts on Reasons I Love You Again.
same, hey, reason, like B said, man, we want to support you. So we're gonna review your next album, of course. I will. I just wanna I don't know, I just want a little more from you. It's something I feel like you holding back. And I see glimpses of it sometimes, like in Portraits, I saw a little bit, even in your first project, even before TDE. What's the name of that? Let me look real quick, B. I just want to get it right. Yeah, there you have it. Like it didn't fully connect, but it was something in there. I'm like, okay, I see why, they found their interest in you and want to sign you. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to, support and hopefully your next project, grabs me, man. It's like your best work. But that's pretty much all I gotta say.
Yeah, Reason. I just gotta say, if you want to be a good rapper, I'd say definitely up your bars, your
Mm,
punchlines, do something to make you stand out. Because based off of this, you sound like a average rapper, like an average run
mm,
of the mill rapper, where it's like nothing about you sticks out. To me, you don't have any personality on any of this stuff. Like, yeah, maybe your hardcore fans might say that, but it's like we listen to a lot of music, especially for this
mm.
show. You don't really have anything to me that really makes you different or makes you stand out compared to a lot of your peers or people that were before you or after you. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is average. So this is boring for me. But yeah, Reasons. I love you again. If y'all have checked it out, let us know what y'all think about this in the comment section down
Mm.
below. Make sure y'all go check it out and go support. He is independent, so definitely want to put that
Support
out.
them, support them, support them.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.